bitch, he shot like a dice. Got some young niggas slime for stripes. Call Painter, he work with the ice. But you just from the day and the night, bitch. After I'm coming, I'm leaving the soul. Pop me a nigga just like a balloon. With a stick.
I'm gonna watch this. I'll probably end it with this. I want to see what they talking about. I subscribed to this channel. I probably saw something I liked and subscribed. I don't remember when I did that, but let me go ahead and see what they're doing. This is GUTTARAY and GUTTA for Life, First Day Out.
Arrested are Heather Correa and Nicholas Bailey. Both are facing charges of armed robbery and were denied bail.
Denied bail for armed robbery. Yeah, you're not gonna get bail for armed robbery. For armed robbery, not usually, at least, because they gonna think shit. Most violent crimes like armed robbery, murder, shit like that, assault, shit like that. You don't usually get bail for that stuff, because they might think you're gonna get out and try to kill the person. You know what I'm saying? Or it could even be for you. You know what I'm saying? They let you out. That the person you robbed or whoever you try to kill, they might try to kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? Find out you got out. So, yeah.
Correa and Nicholas Bailey. Both are facing charges of armed robbery and were denied bail.
GUTTA for life, yeah. You already know this GUTTARAY. Let me out on my 21st birthday. What nigga you know coming home like that? Yeah, handle with the game.
Yeah, you know that I'm GUTTA for life. Yeah, you know that I'm GUTTA for life. Beat the block, now I'm feeling like Mike. If it's beef, then we slide with a pipe. I'm a fucking can't make her my wife.
If it's beef, then we slide with a pipe. You know I'm GUTTA for life. It's going hard.
Beat the block, now I'm feeling like Mike. If it's beef, then we slide with a pipe. I'm a fucking can't make her my wife. Nah, bitch, he shot like a dice. Got some young niggas slime for stripes. Call Painter, he work with the ice. But you just from the day and the night, bitch, you know that I'm GUTTA for life. Beat the block, now I'm feeling like Mike. If it's beef, then we slide with a pipe. I'm a fucking can't make her my wife. Did time, now I'm back.
I'm a fucker, can't make her my wife.
My shit, mask on when I hold the stick. Solid nigga, no, I never could snitch. Cause I'm out glocking up for a bitch. Look in your eyes, he's snaking the nigga. Shots to her head like I'm taking a pitch. She's on the shooters, he ball like the Wizards. Said that she love me, she smoking no divots. Want me a freak who would feel like a stripper.
Yeah, they got the MD 2020.
She's on the shooters, he ball like the Wizards. Said that she love me, she smoking no divots.
The MD 2020, the Mad Dog 2020. That tastes good. That's like a malt wine or something like that. We used to cop those. Drink those, get those to the women, you know what I'm saying?
Me a freak who would feel like a stripper. I fucking I kick you, love you, kiss, can't talk, these niggas hot. Play with the gang, you get shot. Pull up on a Mr. Red Dot. Bitch, you know I'm at the trap spot. 30 on me, you could get hit. And I'm walking with that big stick. Yeah, you know that I'm GUTTA for life. Beat the block, now I'm feeling like Mike. If it's beef, then we slide with a pipe. Bitch, he shot like a dice. Got some young niggas slime for stripes. Call Painter, he work with the ice. But you just from the day and the night, bitch. After I'm coming, I'm leaving the soul. Pop me a nigga just like a balloon. Keep me a stick like a motherfucker bro. She swallow dick like she eating some food. Niggas be hating but fucking. Young nigga with it.
What do you say? Keep me a stick like a broom?
After I'm coming, I'm leaving the soul. Pop me a nigga just like a balloon. Keep me a stick like a motherfucker bro. She swallow dick like she eating some food. Niggas be hating but fucking. Young nigga with it, you know I'm a dump it. Came home, nigga, you know that I'm thugging. And they can't go like nothing. Nigga talking out of his neck. We try to slide on him for a check. Bitch, drop that hit. 30 on me, bitch, I'm banging that stick. Bitch, yeah, nigga that playing. We try to slide on him, hit his man. Yeah, I'm trying to go get my man. I'm trying to slide on that van. Bitch.
I'm trying to go on my mans. I'm trying to slide on that band. Got 30 on me, gonna hit him with a stick.
Man, yeah, I'm trying to go get my man. I'm trying to slide on that van, bitch.
Cause you know that I'm GUTTA for life. You talk to him. Yeah, these niggas not ready, man.
I just do this shit in my sleep, man. You hear me?
Real shit, man. You already know how we come. 3 years in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, you know that I'm GUTTA for life. And we slide on this block with a pipe.
So he's at 3 years and I'm back. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that I'm GUTTA for life. And we slide on this block with a pipe. And we out outside all night, bitch. Yeah, you know that we up in the trap.
Look at the wrinkled up 20s he got.
And we out outside all night, bitch.
We got the wrinkled up 20s chilling, getting money.
Yeah, you know that we up in the trap. Yeah, you know that I'm serving them crack. Niggas be hating, they hating the lap. Hold on. Yeah. block don't feel like Mike. If it's beating me, slide with a pipe. Bitch, she strike like a dyke. Got some young niggas slime for stripes. Call Penny, he work with the ice. But she just feeling dead tonight. Bitch, we got her.
Yeah, how you wanna do it? Any way you want it, we coming, you hear me? We got it for life. I ain't never go like nothing, you hear me? Stand 10 toes in a can, out here anyway, you hear me? G4L, bitch.
The beat go hard. I fuck with the beat. That was cool though. That remind me. This song remind me of "Stunner for Vegas." I don't know if "Stunner for Vegas" did the song. If this might have been a cover or not, but it sound like Stunner. Like either like some bars were taken or but that's kind of era that we're in right now as far as taking bars and doing covers and shit like that, because so much good music has been made that if you want to rap and go hard, then it's not likely you're going to say some new shit that a rapper hasn't previously said. Now you might say it in a different way. You might say it with a different sound on a different beat. You might say a different order of words, but so much good music has been written, and so many good songs have been written. So many niggas, went so hard on so many different songs that, reciting what somebody else has said is basically like, giving the green light, the okay that shit go hard. That's kind of how I look at it. It's almost like reciting a Bible verse. You know what I mean? Like people reciting John 14. John, was that famous one? John 1:14 or something like that. I don't know what it is. 3:14 or some shit. I don't know, but because a lot of niggas, man, they talking about their real life, man. A lot of niggas, man. A lot of these niggas are real street niggas. You know what I'm saying? They talking about their real life, talking about real situations they've been through, and they're shedding light on situations that other people can't imagine because they haven't been through it. You know what I'm saying? They don't live like that. So, they're real words. You feel me? It's real words. So, giving it your stamp. You a new artist coming out, and you basically giving your stamp on previous lyrics and previous verses. You're basically just showing people that you're a student of hip hop. You know what I mean? And you're showing people that you value and stand behind words and lyrics that somebody else had already stamped. So it's not like being a new artist coming out. It's not as important to be fully original nowadays. You can kind of get your own. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of do your own thing, and you like nowadays you can kind of do your own thing and build a name for yourself, build a brand. That's how I look at it. Artists building brands for themselves so that when they do want to stick to making, original music, or they want to focus on making original music, they can kind of say whatever they want because they already proved to people that they go hard making other people's music, I guess. When the industry changes and like new trends come up and like different things start to be cool, it takes me time to appreciate it because I like that new stuff happens, because the same thing keeps happening. It just kind of seems boring. So I like seeing new stuff happen, but it's weird because a lot of the new stuff that happens in hip hop will be stuff that didn't happen before because you couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because nobody really wanted to. It's because you didn't really get the respect doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like reciting somebody else's bar, as a freestyle, for example, wasn't cool. Taking somebody's song wasn't cool. That was like competitive. That was, what I'm saying? Like taking somebody's song was almost like fight worthy. You know what I mean? Like if you're a serious musician or serious music artist, and somebody comes out and just takes your song word for word, same beat, same everything, just takes it and pushes it, markets it. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, that's almost like your livelihood. You know, somebody taking food off your plate almost, you know what I'm saying? Because you're competing in the market for best hit, best song, and sales and stuff like that. But now with a lot of music being on the internet, and you know, like YouTube, like I mean, you can get paid for streams on YouTube and all that based on ads and all that. But a lot of artists aren't really worried about that. They're not really monetizing like that because it requires too much for the money to make, for the money to be worth or mean something. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of artists don't even worry about it. So now it's really just about getting your brand out and showing people that you're doing it. And for artists, and you know, also, you know, when you have artists like Future, Drake, and whoever else who is just like Lil Wayne, like those type of artists who are just pumping out music, and they're not the only ones. It's almost every artist. Like every new artist is kind of just creating a catalog of thousands of songs, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of it's on the internet. So when you're a new artist and you're coming out and you're just focusing on competing as a rap artist, then you're gonna have to make a whole lot of music to compare. You either got to make like a whole lot of music to compare to the other artists, or you got to just make only hits. Like every song you make, everybody has to like, just so that they can remember who you are, you know? And that's for the artists. That's for the artists who are coming up organically. You know, obviously there's artists who are just put in front of everybody's face and they're produced and they're just made the biggest artists based on agendas. You know, and you know, an artist that comes out like that, they can pretty much kind of just do whatever they want because there's going to be a marketing push. But if you just organic, just kind of trying to find your way out, sometimes you just got to make the music straight up. But also too, man, I think, you know, I think there's artists who are making original music, and then, you know, there's organizations who are taking it, you know, they're just taking all the originals and either marketing it or producing it the way that they think is best. You know what I'm saying? I think that happened to me. You know, I think that was happening to me before I even knew. I don't really know how aware of it I was, but you know, the reason why I know that was happening to me is because I'm hearing music like popular hits and shit being made on beats that I made in like high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like beats I didn't know what to do with just because I was making beats for fun. I didn't write no song to it. I just was just making beats, and a lot of those beats turned into hits straight up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really know what I'm getting directly from it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's being tracked. I feel like it's being tracked only because I'm aware of it now. But it's not being. But I don't know how it's being tracked. I don't have track of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not getting. Like I don't know if there's any revenue coming from it. I don't get no checks or nothing like that. But that's part of being a ghost producer. Like when you're a producer and you're just giving all of your beats out because you just want whoever is rapping to rap on it. You just want to get your stuff out. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad strategy because you're going to get your stuff out. People going to know who you are. People going to fuck with you. And they're going to appreciate it because you're not trying to charge them a whole bunch of money. And you know what I'm saying? You're letting people be creative and do what they want with it. So you'll get a lot of respect being a producer like that. But if those songs blow up and you end up being a ghost producer, then you're not gonna get the public recognition. You're not gonna get the credit, and you might not even get stream tracking. You know what I'm saying? So your hits aren't going to be tracked monetarily and streamed and sent to you. You know what I'm saying? If you are a ghost producer in many situations. So you know what I'm saying? You got to think about that. Because one situation is that it could be making $0. That's number one. So that could be a reason why it's not being tracked or why you're not getting any money for it. And another situation is it literally could be taken from you and given to somebody else straight up. Like I could produce a beat, and then some organization can take the beat, put somebody else's tag on it, convince the public that a different producer produced it, and now that producer is getting the credit, the recognition, and they may even be getting the streams from it. That's what happens when you sell exclusive rights to your music. So just know that for all producers, when you sell exclusive rights for a beat or for a song, you're basically giving the person who bought it say so on everything that happens to it. So you no longer get to say what happens to it, unless I would imagine it's possible to sell exclusive rights but still keep your publishing credits. So, basically you giving exclusive rights, meaning that only that person can market it and do whatever they want with it. But whatever they decide to do, you still have your publishing credits. So that way you can get royalties and you can get credits. But a ghost producer, that wouldn't apply to a ghost producer, because the whole point of being a ghost producer is you're a ghost. Nobody knows you did it. That's the whole point. So if I'm selling beats as a ghost producer and I got a whole bunch of popular producers tagging my beats, getting the public recognition for it, nobody's going to know I did it. Nobody's going to know Real Reigns did it. You know what I'm saying? So what is that worth to you? You know what I mean? Like if you're a producer and you're going into a deal like that, you got to ask yourself what it's worth, what that is worth to you. The main thing it's worth is, networking, getting your beats played, getting placements. That's the main thing that's worth. And also getting connections. Because when behind the scenes people who know the business, when they find out you made those hits, then you just upped your value because they know, and they're behind the scenes. They know how the game goes. They know how fake things can be. They know how the public doesn't know the truth. So those will be the people who will help you. Don't look to the public to help, because the public, they're gonna tear you down. Because the public is going to deny that you made it because that's not what's apparent to them. And then the public's going to think that you looking for clout for telling everybody that you made it. So now they're not going to fuck with you because people don't like clout chasers. And then the public's going to wonder, well, why'd you ghost produce it? Why you ain't just produce it, put your name on it? You must not be that fire of a producer. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really look to the public to help you for shit because they just don't know enough. They just don't know. So the people that are going to help you are going to be behind the scenes people who know that you made those hits, who know how the marketing goes, who knows, how to organize and, apply content to the market and to the public. Those are going to be the people who are going to help you as a ghost producer. So those are the kind of connections that you got to value and stick with when you're a ghost producer. And so I got onto that because that could be happening to artists. Artists could be actually creating original content, but then they might be, under an agreement with an organization who's actually taking that content and monetizing it. And the way they're monetizing it can be in many different ways. It could be however they choose, straight up. They can monetize it directly by selling it directly. They can monetize it indirectly by putting it in a package, basically, giving your written songs to a separate artist, a separate person who's more marketable, whether they're already a superstar or an up and coming superstar. They could use your music to create stars. They can use your music to create hits for people who are already established, and they can monetize off of it. And they're not going to give you anything unless you agree to it, ahead of time. Either agree to whatever comes off the back end of it, or you can agree to a flat rate. But more will happen if you just let them do whatever they want. That's the deals they always want. They always want the deals where they can just take whatever they want and do whatever they want all the time. For obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying? So if you just let them take whatever they want and do whatever they want, then you'll probably get more success. But there's going to be a time where you're going to have to sit back and try to figure out what it's worth to you, because it's not going to be worth giving all your shit away for free and not getting nothing back for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the value. Giving it away forever and get nothing for it isn't the value. So you got to figure out, is it worth a marketed segment? Is it worth money? Is it worth credit? Is it worth relationships? Is it worth a position? Is it worth a cosign? Is it worth a feature? Is it worth, you know what I'm saying? You can get pretty much anything, you know. So a lot of industry talk with this stream, a lot of exposing the industry. And it's just to put people on, man. I think it's important that people know that this stuff is possible, because the way the people who are trapped in the situations that I'm talking about specifically, the way that they're affected and the way that it's affecting their the way it's affecting their life, people don't know that it's not good, man. It's not good. It's not good. The effect isn't always a good effect. You know what I'm saying? It's not always a bad effect, but it's not always a good effect either. People think just because it's possible, just because it's business, they think it's okay. Everything's working out the way it is. There's a lot of people who aren't getting, you know what I'm saying, what they're worth for the work that they're putting in. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be careful about that. So for artists who are doing covers and artists who are, you know what I'm saying, trying to come out organically, you know, it took me a while to appreciate it, because, you know, I've grown up appreciating original content all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not original, it's not really worth much. It's how I've always, you know what I'm saying, thought. But that's not always the truth. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to appreciate that everything don't got to be original all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially in today's market, it's a different time. So, you know, people are definitely making better versions of songs. People making worse versions of songs too. You know what I'm saying? So if you remake a song, it might not be better, it might not be the best. And some people might not even be remaking music to make it better. Sometimes they just want to remake it because it's they enjoy the process. They just want to put something out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they decide to do. So be careful, like talking down and looking down on people who are, you know what I'm saying, copying and who are doing covers, because the one, you might not know if they're trapped in a deal to where their originals are being taken from them and being marketed separately and differently. And you also don't know if they have a different plan in their mind. Like they could be, you know, that's why I try to take my time when I don't really agree with everything. I try to take my time, because it could turn into something that's like masterful. You know what I'm saying? If they plan it out, if they're planning it out correctly, and, you know, you might be surprised at how effective it could be, you know? So I'm about to get off this thing, but y'all holla at y'all. Appreciate anybody who, you know what I'm saying, sat with me. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, let's get it.